Don't worry that you might be judged or that you're doing it wrong. As far as you're concerned, you're doing it great, and just carry yourself with that confidence, because that was really close. This guy scares me this much, okay? That's how close he was. So I'm kind of hoping that he goes back into construction.
Pretty. My name is Porky Pig. I did.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Bergen. You might know me as
the Porky Pig for Warner Brothers.
Marvin the Martian from Space Jam.
Tweety the Wheel Bunny.
And I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of characters for you guys, and you're going to be doing a whole bunch of characters for me. I want to hear your best Porky. I want to hear your best Marvin the Martian. Isn't that lovely? Let's see what you guys got.
Open to it's page 23 of your whoopee cushion instruction manual. Hello there, everybody. My name is Porky Pig here.
What's he doing?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, he's doing it on helium. And he's dying a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of interesting, and here's why. A lot of people don't know that many of Mel Blanc's voices were sped up electronically. His Porky Pig was sped up. Mine usually isn't sped up. This actor probably heard something that the character is a little bit sped, so he's trying it on helium. I don't necessarily recommend the helium as an acting technique for characters, because I think it can kind of kill you. Because it pitched his voice up, it was kind of fun, and it worked for the character.
But you don't have to use the helium. You don't have to use the helium. Dumpster drugs, people.
All right, let's try another one.
Could I have your John Hancock, please?
That's all, folks.
Okay.
They're monsters.
That's from Space Jam.
Pardon me, Mr. Jordan. Can
I get your John Hancock, sir?
John Hancock.
I know this line. So let's talk about Porky Stutter. Pretty good, dude. Porky Stutter. That's all, folks. There's a pattern. There's a real way that Mel Blanc created to stutter for every word. It's not that's all. It's the beginning of every word you're saying that you're stuttering on. If it's monstars, it's not monstars. It's same pattern, same formula for every single word. He's pretty good. He's not bad. What I would love to have heard from a lot of these is original dialogue, because it's really easy to mimic the catchphrase. I always tell my students, if you can read the front page of a newspaper in character, especially if you're mimicking a classic character, then you probably know the character one step more than just imitating the catchphrases. You got to start with something, and that was fun. I loved his energy at the mic. He's standing. Look at the expression. Look at his eyes. He's committed. You know, you physically play the character, the voice will follow. So he's definitely committed. He's in his pig zone.
That's all, folks. Oh, son of a bit of gun. You thought I was gonna say bit. That's all, folks.
Wow. Okay. So I think that would, if I do a voice like this and becomes a Katharine Hepburn, I couldn't do Porky Pig saying that's all, folks. I think I'd get a headache. Son of a gun. That was from a gag reel, a holiday gag reel that they did at Warner Brothers back in the days of black and white cartoons.
Son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
That's what she was doing. It was fun. It was pretty good. I just don't think an 8-hour session moving her head I don't think that's healthy. It looks like it's Porky Pig with a concussion, but if it helps you with the character, again, I said earlier, if you physically play the character, the voice will follow, and by golly, did she commit physically.
That Hampton's a pretty nice and okay guy.
Okay. He's in the laundry room.
I'm so hungry I could eat an elephant.
Okay, so this is the Porky Pig stutter ad-lib. People often ask me, is the ad-lib in the script or is it in my head? It's both. Sometimes the writer does write the ad-lib joke. What I mean by ad-lib joke is if the line was, would you like me to walk your dog? Porky might say,
would you like me to walk your Cocker Spaniel?
I stutter as long as it takes me to think of the ad-lib. There's no set time. There's no set number of stutters. Sometimes it's fast. Sometimes it's not. So this gentleman was playing with that stutter ad-lib joke at the end. He looks frightened. There's no reason to look frightened. Sir, it's just you and your own camera with a superimposed nose. I think that's the laundry room behind you. We have to do what we have to do with our home studios. Sometimes it's the laundry room. Sometimes it's a real expensive studio. But isn't it nice that he can do a stuttering pig while washing his underwear.
I thought I saw a putty tap.
Okay, Tweety is sped up electronically. So when I do Tweety or Mel Blanc did Tweety,
Tweety's about right here. Ooh, you big old pretty cat. And then it's sped up.
if you have a home studio or even Audacity or GarageBand or Twisted Wave, play with the speed or the pitch 10%, 5%. It really just depends on how your natural voice is. My natural voice is a little bit more tenor than Mel Blanc's. He had a much deeper, bassier voice. When they would speed him up, it had a different sound than when they speed me up.
And my Porky, I don't think it should be sped at all. Because I can just do it. It comes out naturally.
The Smurfs were sped up electronically.
Speedy Gonzales. Alejandra, hija!
Speed that up and it sounds like Speedy Gonzales. Right now it just sounds like me trying to do Speedy Gonzales. But that was fun. Raising the pitch naturally, that was fun. Try to play with the speed.
I did call a putty cat.
I taught a pudding tat. I did taught a pudding tat.
Okay, let's talk about Tweety's gender, shall we? Is Tweety male or female? We don't know. Tweety was originally based on Bob Clampett's baby pictures. Bob was definitely a male. There was one cartoon where Sylvester painted his finger to look like a female bird, and he put it in a bird's nest to flirt with Tweety. She did Tweety really, really, really well. The pitch of your natural voice works for that character. I would love to hear that character sped up. I've never heard a lady do Tweety. That was really kind of cool. But Tweety has a speech impediment. His L's and his R's are W. She did a really nice job of staying consistent on that. That's not easy to do. When they write up our scripts for the Looney Tunes, I try to ask them, don't type in phonetically how the character would speak. I can't find the real words when the R and the L words are written with a W, or Porky's P it's hard to find the story. So you really want to practice these characters with the impediments. Practice reading anything. Practice reading something that isn't written out phonetically like the character speaks, and just know that that's just how the character naturally speaks.
Watching all my troubles go swinging down the drain.
Singing to the soap such, wipe it full of hope. You can sing with feeling while feeling for the soap.
I like a little smile at the end. Okay, you usually have to keep your eyes open when you're reading scripts, but that's okay. He's pretty good. I mean, he had the character. He knew that particular classic Looney Tunes very, very, very well. Here's my advice to this guy. Know you're doing it pretty well and commit to it. So I can see him judging himself. One of the secrets that I was taught when I was studying voiceover was carry yourself as a success, carry yourself as if you know what you're doing, and the world will treat you accordingly. Just commit. Don't worry that you might be judged or that you're doing it wrong. As far as you're concerned, you're doing it great, and just carry yourself with that confidence, because that was really close. This guy scares me this much, okay? That's how close he was. So I'm kind of hoping that he goes back into construction.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom! The Eludium Q-36 explosive space modulator! That creature has stolen the space modulator!
Okay, so voice is really actually pretty darn good. Physically play the character, the voice will follow. If you watched when he was doing Marvin, he was being kind of exuberant with his arms. You know, that creature has stolen the space modulator! Marvin wouldn't do that. Marvin would be more like, where's the kaboom? That creature has stolen the space modulator. So he's a little bit more dry, a little bit more droll. He's not going to be that physical. So the voice was great. I would bring the physical down. Work the eyes a little bit more when you're playing Marvin. The most angry I've ever seen Marvin get would be when he was blown up and he looks at the camera and goes, I'm not angry, just terribly, terribly hurt. You got the voice, buddy. You got the personality, you even got the acting. Bring down the physical. Sometimes nerves makes you do a little bit too much with your body with certain characters, but that was pretty good.
Your team will forfeit the game.
If you do not find a fifth player, your team will have to forfeit the match. This might just be my favorite voice to do from Looney Tunes.
I'm hearing more of Sammy Davis from this guy than Marvin. So maybe if I When I work on Sammy Davis, I do
This guy's impression of Marvin the Martian and just on the side of my face, wow, that was really a wacky, zany sort of thing, baby.
but you definitely know your Space Jam dialogue. I'll tell you a little secret about Space Jam. Improv, guys. Study improv. Even if you're reading from a script, when we did Space Jam, so much of the performance was improvised. It's their discretion, the producer, whatever they want to use. But improv skills come in so handy with doing animation.
Precisely, Sir Altitude. The creature has stolen the space modulator. Delays, delays. Capture that creature and return the Illudium PU-36 explosive space modulator.
I love at the end when he goes on camera and his eyes get real wide. Again, vocally he sounded really close. Really working on the original scripted dialogue from a real Looney Tunes short. Pretty damn good. He's in the right place. He's got the voice. All characters have a voice, but not all voices have character. So you got to find the layers of the onion to make it an entire bulb of onion. It's not just one layer of voice. It's multifaceted. If you were to watch me work, if you were to watch Tom Kenny work, if you were to watch old Mel Blanc, from head to toe, he would become these characters.
It's not just doing Marvin's voice, isn't that lovely? It's also doing Marvin's eyes and his face and his facial expressions to bring him to life.
Don't just think voice, guys. From head to toe, play these characters. Think character, think acting, not just sound. But he's in the ballpark for the sound.
Please continue.
Can I tell the story of how I got this character? Can I tell that story? I go to Disney to do this film called The Emperor's New Groove. They tell me I'm playing a squirrel. And the director, Mark Dindal, shows me the script. He goes, you're doing a scene with this guy, Kronk, and he speaks squirrel language. He'll say to you, squeak, squeak, and squeak, squeak, and you'll speak squirrel. He'll translate it. And I said, so you want me to say squeak, squeak, and squeak, squeak? And they said, no, we want you to create a squirrel language. I said, oh, okay. Well, can I think about it for a few minutes? He said, sure. So I go outside the sound stage. It looks like a park. I'm sitting on what looks like a park bench, grass, trees, and I'm like, squeak, squeaking, squeak, squeak, squeak. I swear, a little squirrel climbs down a tree, comes up to me on its hind legs, looks at me, and he goes, I went, thank you. I go back into the studio and I said to Mark, read Kronk's line, say squeak, squeak, and squeak, squeak. He goes, squeak, squeak, and squeak, squeak. And he goes, yeah, that'll work. That's how I created that character, so let's talk about him.
He said what?
I was doing both.
Jaguars. Brutal.
He kind of did, there's a couple of different versions of Bucky. So we recorded on several different days, and I kind of adjusted and changed the way I played him. He kind of tried to do both versions of Bucky that was done in the film. Pretty darn good. By the way, dude, your Kronk was good too. Watch out, Patrick. His is a pretty good Kronk. We call it the bubble voice.
It's in the back of your throat, okay? And it literally lives right here.
Some of it, when it gets too high, you can't understand it. For Bucky, you didn't need to understand it. It was just jibber jabber. So you need to play with the instrument. Where do these characters live? You may not be able to this high. You might
this sound, or even this low, with a little gravel.
because that's where it lives in your voice. It's just experimenting. Record yourself play and hear it back. But yeah, that was fun. All right, so for those of you who are really looking to play classic characters, of course, you can do, I'm going to blow up the earth.
That's all.
You can do all the catchphrases. If you really want to demonstrate that you know the character, just get a random newspaper or magazine, open it up, and start reading the article. To demonstrate this, I have a little magazine called Vanity Fair. This is an ice-cold read. I've not prepared a thing. And this will be Porky Pig reading an article from Vanity Fair.
The sun-dappled summer day about 10 years ago, about a decade ago. The balding, slightly manic man threw open the door at the J. Crew Collection Boutique on the corner of Madison Avenue and the 79th East. 79th East, it was in New York.
Ice cold read, not even a cold read, it was a frozen read. So, you want to practice classic characters? Don't do the catchphrases. Find something brand new and bring that to life. If you can stay in character and tell the story, you're doing a pretty good job. You guys rock. This was great. Please don't quite practice as much as you think you should because I still have to pay my mortgage. That was fun. Thank you guys. Thank you, Vanity Fair. I'm Bob Bergen. Until next time.
What's my line? Oh yeah, that's all, folks.